very loud.
Okay. So we have a first question right here. So, hang on right here. You've got mic on you. And two.
Morning.
Morning, how are you?
Good, thank you. It's a Dublin morning. Kirk Hansen promises us that eventually Brennan and Booth will be, and I quote, naked, in bed, and sex will be involved. Are you looking forward to that day?
Was I involved in that
No,
day?
are you looking forward to that day?
It's already happened.
Oh, has it?
Yes, yes. I don't know where you are in the series. I think the end of third. Of fourth.
Yeah.
Okay. We finished the fourth season, and that it's in the finale. So I don't know if I look forward to it. I more was nervous about it, but it was very I don't know. It's nothing shocking or crazy, but.
But just to follow on, I mean, does that mean the end? I mean, the sexual tension was a big part of the show. So where does it go from here?
That's a good question. Hart Hansen has done this episode in a very clever way that can upset people and excite some people, and but he's done it in a way so that the sexual tension is not dissipated even though we get together in the episode. It's hard for me to explain without telling too much, revealing too much, but it's a very unique episode. It's very different than probably any other episode we've ever done, beyond the fact that we get together. I think he's been very clever about it because everyone's aware that once you get the two characters together, you risk losing that glue that holds our show together, which is the sexual tension, I believe. So I think Hart has managed to do that without destroying what we love about the show. But we'll see. We have to start the 5th season soon, so we'll see how it continues over. But I think that it doesn't ruin it. That's my answer. That's my quick version after the long version.
Alright, we have another question.
Hi, I'm Tero from Finland, and I'm going to skip my original question and continue the previous one.
Okay.
What about pregnancy? Did that be written in the story?
What about pregnancy?
Pregnancy?
Yes.
That is part of it.
It is part of the story. In the second to last episode of the 4th season, I ask Booth to be the father of my child. Essentially, Brennan decides that she wants to be a mother after having said she never wants to have children ever in her life, being very definitive about that. She decides that she wants to have a child, and she thinks that Booth would be the perfect father to balance her qualities out. And of course, she's only asking for his sperm. For just a donation. There's no physical contact that she's suggesting in this second to last episode. So it adds a whole dynamic, and Booth is very conflicted whether he wants to donate the sperm and not be involved as a parent, which is what Brennan suggests. So it's a very interesting episode, which leads to the next episode in which we are in bed together.
Well, there's a loose-fitting dress, so is there going to be a fake belly or a real belly?
Is there a fake belly or real? There's no real belly. I'm not pregnant. I'm going to say that right now. If I have a belly, I've just been eating too much in France. But you can't blame me.
Okay, we got the question right here.
Hello, I'm Chris from Switzerland. I would like to know how far does it go with your partner, with Booth, after the shooting, I mean after the set backstage, the complicity between the two of us, how does it work? How does it work?
How do I work with David? How do we get along? We get along great. He's just a lot of fun to work with. I don't know if you've met him before, but he's quite a personality. He's got tons of energy, and we have a great relationship. I mean, we work together 15-hour days, 5 days a week, sometimes 6. We've developed a really strong friendship. We have the kind of relationship where, if I'm in a bad mood or he's bothering me or I'm bothering him, we just say, go away, I don't want to see you right now. Or we'll just, we're very open and honest with each other. Sorry?
You could take a drink after.
Yes, sometimes. I mean, there's not much time when we're working, but we do sometimes go for drinks. We try to go out a couple times a year and have some fun.
Do you like socializing with people you work with, or is there a certain kind of step you have to get over to get beyond working together as characters to get back to being just who you are and who he is?
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely an adjustment. I mean, we now doing the show for 4 years, it's become very fluid. You can turn it on, turn it off in terms of the character. And so there's a lot of downtime on set that we're just, hanging around, talking. And that's not just with David, but with other actors as well. I love socializing, but I mean, while we're working, I tend to want to spend most of my free time with the people that I don't work with, because I get to see David and Michaela and TJ and Eric and John, all of the other actors, see them every day, all the time. But sometimes it's nice to get outside of work, because then you can really talk and bond, and I think that's an important thing. I mean, we all get along very well, so I'm very lucky.
All right, we've got a question back here on that.
Hi, I'm Simon from the UK.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask you a little bit about your animal rights campaign and why you're so passionate about it.
I guess I became aware of certain atrocities, I guess you could call them, when I was young. I watched a documentary called Diet for a New America, which is about the meat and dairy industry in the United States and what happens to the animals. Also, the detrimental effect it has on the environment and on our health. And so I became vegetarian immediately and then became vegan a couple years later. It's something that's very close to my heart. I think that animals can be forgotten many times because they don't have a human voice, and it's our responsibility to be that voice for them. And I think so many people are unaware of what goes on with animals, whether it be the leather industry, the fur industry, for meat and dairy. I feel that sometimes people unfortunately listen to actors rather than scientists sometimes, and different people who are trying to get the word out. So, when I get a chance to speak about animals, I like to do that. I've done different things with Farm Sanctuary, an organization, and the Humane Society, and I just did a campaign about the effects of meat and dairy on the environment for PETA, which was based on a UN study which talks about how the meat and dairy industry is worse on the environment than all of transportation in the world combined. So it's pretty huge, but no one's talking about it. This is a UN study. It's not, some animal rights people saying this. So I just like to get the word out and speak about it when I can.
How are you coping with the food in France?
I've been okay. They can cook vegetables very well. I just try and ask them not to have sans beurre. That's all.
All right, we've got another question again back over here.